Hello, this is Naomi Susan Isaacs talking about charisma. I've just spent the last 4 days together with about 40 other entrepreneurs and business owners in a seminar, a JT Fox workshop, the Dream Team workshop, with 4 of probably the world's best business and strategy coaches. And we've had a fascinating time sharing our expertise, strategizing with each other, making new connections, and creating new businesses. And what I noticed is something which I'm sure all of you have noticed too, that if you get a large group of people, there are always 2 or 3 people that seem more lively than the others, and they gather a group of people around them. They seem to have this magnetic quality. It's what we like to call charisma, and they tend to be more extravagant in their movements and in the way they tell their jokes, in the remarks they make. They're always very good communicators, and we want to be with them. These are the people who make us feel what fun life can be, because they themselves are enjoying it so much. And of course, we also had 2 or 3 of these people in the room, and it was very energizing. At the same time, however, there were some people in the room who were quieter, and they also drew a circle of people around them. And I watched these people carefully, because these are the people who I feel have another kind of charisma, which is very often overlooked and, above all, underestimated. I feel that there are, at least to start with, 2 kinds of charisma. The kind I just talked about, the extravagant, extroverted kind. And then there's the more introverted kind. These people with this introverted kind of charisma don't seem to do much at all. They seem to just be. And to illustrate what I mean, I'd like to tell you about a friend that visited myself and my husband many years ago. We hadn't seen him for a while. We were really looking forward to seeing him, and so we threw a party. I better explain something about him. He was tall. He had a bald patch on top of his head at a time when this was absolutely not fashionable. He had what we call the professorial ring of hair around his head. He was slightly gangly, long arms, and a slight stoop, as many tall people have, and he was absolutely not what you would call striking or handsome or sexy. He was just a very nice person, and we adored him. So during the party, where there were about 30 people, I looked around and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't see him. Where is he? I hope he's enjoying himself. And finally, I found him sitting right at the back of the room, on the floor, leaning against the wall with his long legs stretched out in front of him, and, would you believe it, surrounded by all the women in the room. I was fascinated. I wondered what it was. Was it because he was new and they hadn't met him before and they wanted to get to know him? Or was it something else? So I went and joined the circle. And there I saw something which has often struck me in the years in between, but that was the first time I noticed it clearly. It was the way he looked at people. When he looked at you, you felt seen, but completely seen. You felt valued. He listened in a special way. You felt welcome in his presence. And this quality of being seen is something very, very special and fairly rare. And it's usually a more introverted quality. People with this quality have time. They have time to let you be who you are, and they value it. To me, this quality is absolutely charismatic, and I call it the introverted charisma. If you're one of the people who would love to be the life and soul of the party and you've tried it, but it doesn't really work for you, maybe you're an introverted charismatic. Maybe you have this magnetic quality which draws people to you, but needs just a little more time. And you'll find that the people who come to introverted charismatics stay. This is a more permanent kind of connection that these people are able to make. If you want to know more about the various kinds of charisma that exist, go to my website. You'll be able to read a little bit about me and my work, and you'll find my telephone number where you can call me, and I'd love to hear from you. So until then, enjoy yourself, be charismatic, and enjoy your life.